Hello guys, today I'll be showing you how to register your business with the CAC, which is the Corporate Affairs Commission, without the help of any agent or agency or CAC staff. Alright, all from the comfort of your own. It is completely done online. So before we proceed, please kindly go to our YouTube channel and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also tap that notification bell so that anytime we upload a video like this, you will get notification, because from time to time we upload videos like this to make your life easier. We also upload videos on how to make money online, right? So registering your business online in Nigeria is pretty easy, especially when you are doing it on your own, when you avoid all those hungry agents or all those stars of CAC. Then if you avoid those things, you will avoid paying bribes, or those exorbitant bribes. You avoid paying double for what you were supposed to pay little for. You avoid paying double. So now I'm going to show you how to follow the process and register your own business name with CAC online. So if you follow this process, I'm going to show you how much from the amount you're going to spend, documentations you need, and every other things involved. So what you do for me now is to join me on my laptop screen. Let us dive right into this thing and then show you all the secrets that these people have been covering for you. With this knowledge you get here, you can decide to do for yourself, do for your family, turn it into a business for yourself and everything. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and tap that notification bell while we are doing this, right? See you guys.
In case you're wondering, how do you register your business online? Or perhaps you're trying to open a corporate bank account and you just suddenly realize that you need to first of all register your business. So if you search for something like how to register your business with CAC, it shows you some options, right? So now the easiest way, or probably the only way, is to go to the CAC website. Let's just click on business name, Corporate Affairs Commission. So, and it just basically explains the process here. So the main website to visit is cac.gov.ng, which is cac.gov.ng. Now, once you click on this website, it takes you to this page. Now, the first thing you see is public search and online registration. The first thing you want to do is to search to see if the business name you want to register has been taken. That way, you would either have to change the name or use something else, or make combination of several words to make it different. So now let's just click on public search. Let me open this in a new tab. Yeah, public search. So basically, let's assume the business we are trying to register is let's say Individuality Forum, something like that. Individuality Forum. Now if I search, I just basically wait for it to load. As you can see, search not found. So what that means is this: that business name has not been taken. So once you search and it's not available, the next thing you want to do is to start the online registration. So if you click on the online registration, it shows you this step. Now this is very important. There are 4 basic steps whenever you are trying to register for a business name. So the first step is public search, which is what we did earlier. So once you click on public search, it loads this page. Then you can search for the name. So now let's go back to the main page. Now once you search for the names and the names are not available. So when I mean names, so now the reason I said names is because you have the choice to pick 2 different names. So when you're trying to reserve a name, so you provide 2 different names, such that if the first one is not available, you can use the second one. Basically, that's the way it works. So step 2 is to reserve a name. So once you click on reserve name now, so it takes you to this page asking you to log in. But because you're a new user, right, you have to click on register. So you have to register first. So the next thing you want to do is to do the registration, and it just adds basic information like your name, your surname, your first name, other names, date of birth, gender, nationality, your phone number, email address. You have to confirm the email address, enter a username, enter the password, then your occupation. Now this is just your personal information, so because it's not, don't put the business whatever. This particular information is about you, the registrar, which means the person registering or creating this particular account. Now once you put your name, like my name is Adelaja Leke. So date of birth, I have to input it there. Obviously male. Nationality Nigeria. They enter. So basically, let me just skip this part. Then country, put your state of the state where you reside currently, or where your business, or where you reside. So you just put the state. Enter the local government, postcode, city, town or village. So which means if you are in, say, Ikeja, for example, it's going to be Ikeja. Then house number or building name, it could be let me say Lion Building, something like that. Or if it is number 17, so you can just put it here. Then the main street will be listed here. The means of identification, you can select, say, let's say it's national passport. Then select the country. Then you can enter the passport number. Then once you're done, you click on register. So once you click on register, it basically registers your account. Then it sends you an email telling you to asking you to confirm that particular email. So once you confirm the email, you can now have access to login. So now let's log in. So once you log in, it takes you to this page. The next thing you want to do is to do a name reservation. So what that means is this: once you've done the search and then the terms are available or the names are available, the next one you want to reserve that name. Now you have the ability to reserve the name for up to, I think, 60 days or something. So maybe right now you don't have the money to pay for the business name registration, so you can just reserve the name. Reservation is 500 naira per reservation. So which means every time you reserve, it's 500 naira. So what that means is if I reserve a name, it's going to be 500 naira, and it will keep that name for me for up to 60 days. Yes, I think it's 60 days. Yeah. So the next thing you want to do is to click on new name reservation. So now let's click this. So once you click this, it basically shows you this page. Classification, you select it's a business name. It's sole proprietor. Then you enter the first name and the second name. So which means the first option and the second option, option 1 and option 2. So for example, if your option 1 is Leke Travels Industry, and your option 2 is Adelaja Travel Industry, so something like that. So you can then click on save and continue. So once you click on save and continue, it takes you to another page, which is the objectives. So now the objective is basically you're just introducing your business. So which means if you click on the objective, the reason for for this availability search. So is it for change of name? Is it for group holding? Is it for name substitution or for incorporation? So basically so for the change of name is just simple. So what that means is this: you're already registered on this platform. You have an existing business and you want to change the name to something else. So you make use of the first option. Now the second option is for group holdings, where probably you have so many companies, you're trying to add it to as a sub or something. So the name substitution, then we have the new incorporation show registration, which is what we are looking at. So once you click on this, now nature of business category. So there are all, however, so nature of business category, there are 3 options. So in case you can't find your business or the particular category that applies to your business, you can just click on others. So then specific nature of the business. So for every category you select, it still has like a sub category. So you just click on that particular subcategory. So as you can see, then you can click on maybe add additional remarks. You can just say something like media and advertising, something like that. So then you move to the next, save and continue. So basically, this just previews. So now the third one is preview. Basically, just gives you an idea of what you've done. So you can basically just check if all the information is correct. If there is one or two mistakes, you can go back and make edits. And once you're done with that, you can just save and continue. So once you save and continue, it takes you to the payment page. As you can see, this is the page for payment, which is the fourth stage. And it gives like a little one in here, like, please know that you would not be allowed to make modifications after payment. So what that means is this: once you make this payment and there's a mistake, then you have to make another reservation. Basically, that's what it means. So the next thing you want to do is to click on Remitter. So you're making this payment through the Remitter platform. So, and the good thing is this: everything is done online. You don't have to physically go to the office to submit any document. But they added, probably VAT or something. So it's now 661. So beneficiary, basic. So the next thing I want to do is to just click on submit. So now I'm going to enter my card details and my bank details. So whichever option you want to go for. So you can either use your card, which is my preferred method, or bank account. You can select your bank and follow the instruction. Bank branch, so which means you can basically copy this number, take it to the bank, which is your RRR number, which is the remitter retrieval reference number. So you take this to the bank. With this, you can make payments, or you can use the USSD. So you can choose from different bank and make the payments, or connect directly to your internet banking, or use your remitter wallet, your remitter account or wallet, or basically phone number. So depending on but the best option that I use is the card. So the next thing you want to do is to enter your card details. So once you enter your card details, then you just make the payment. So let me just enter my card details right now. So the next thing is, so once you click on make payment, it sends you an OTP directly to the phone number connected to your card. Then the next thing is you want to make the payment. As you can see, the payment is successful. So the next thing you want to do is download receipts. So which is it is paid, as you can see from this, and it's on December 6, 2021. So you can go back to your dashboard. Now this is where you need to exercise some patience, right? Because immediately you submitted that particular stuff, it goes to their system, to their backend. So it is not automatic in a way, because they still have to review it to be sure that you're not trying to use someone else's name. So if it is approved, it's going to show here. If it is denied, it will show here. So basically, the purpose of this is, so this process takes less than 24 hours. So from the point of registration. So now that you've registered, the next thing you want to do is to wait. So once you submitted, you've made payment, the next thing is to wait. It's always better to check after every 2 or 3 hours, but normally they will tell you every 20, the minimum of 24 hours, right? But sometimes it gets faster, sometimes it's like 24 hours. So I would, as you can see, the time is currently 9:48 in the morning, on a Monday morning, right? So let's see how long it's going to take them to review and either, give us this name or deny. So I'll catch you guys later. See you. So after the first step of, submitting a name. So once you submit the name, like I said, after 24 hours, you'll be, if the name is either reserved, which is approved, or denied. So, and thankfully, the name I submitted has been reserved. So I can click on, so to continue this registration, I have to click on reserved. So it's going to show me the name that was reserved and the approval notes. So now, basically, there are three different things, three different actions you can take. The first one is start registration. The second one is the approval note. The third one is download receipt. So now, what I usually do is I just download everything that needs to be downloaded. So we've downloaded the receipt, which is number one here. We've downloaded the approval notes. So the next thing we want to do is to start registration. Like I said, it takes about 24 hours for the name to be approved. As you can see, the name was submitted on the 6th of September 2021 and it got approved on the 7th. So now the next step is to start the registration process proper. So all I just have to do is to click on start registration. So once I click on start registration, I will just have to run through this process so that you get like now business. So the first thing you see is the business commencement date. Now this one is very highly important. Now you have to be very careful here. Never choose a formal date. So because some people probably started your business in 2004, for example. Once you put any other date other than a present date, automatically you're going into the red flag. So what that means is this: CAC will now charge you for illegally doing business for that number of years, and you have to pay fine for. So which means you've not been filing for that particular number of years. So never ever use an earlier date. So what you just want to do is, in fact, if possible, left to me, I would have used like a future date, but it's not possible. It only shows you so a date within. So for example, as you can see, this is November. So this is December 2021. I cannot select even like a date tomorrow. So the best thing you can do is to just select today. So which is the day of registration. So that is your starting date. So the next thing you want to do is to enter your email address, enter your phone number, principal place of business, the state, which is Lagos State, local government area, Ikeja, village, town, city, village, or town. You can use somewhere like Magodo. So let's assume I'm using Magodo. Postcode, house. So this is the principal place of business, which is the location of the business. So you just have to enter the addresses. Now if you have multiple, like if you have branches, you can enter the branch address here. I can keep entering the number of as much as possible. So once you're done, you click on save and submit. Now the next section is particulars of proprietors. Now this would sometimes automatically generate. So this sometimes would automatically generate, while other times you just have to click on. So as you can see in this case, it was automatically generated. So, and this is based on the information that I've provided initially. So once you confirm this information to be correct, the next thing you want to do is to save and continue. And in the case whereby you have multiple partners, you can keep adding the partners. So now save and continue. So now nature of business, which is the third section. Now, as you can see, it is divided into 6 different sections, which is business details, particulars of proprietors, nature of business, document upload, preview, and payment. So now, nature of business, the next thing you want to do is to click on this button. So once you click on the button, nature of business. Now, the nature of business is so let's see the different options available: construction, education, financial, foundation, human, information communication, wholesale, water supply, transportation, sporting based association, social clubs, repair of motor vehicle, public administration, professional, scientific, technician, power, others, other services, activities, mining, manufacturing, information communication. So the particular business I'm trying to register right there is under information and communication. Now let me click that. Now, advertising and marketing services. Other nature of the business. So now, sometimes if you cannot find the particular category that applies to your business, you can just click on others. Then you can now come under this place and write what applies fully. So for example, if you're into, let's say you're into space management, yes, let's say something like that, you can then enter space management. Yeah. So, but in this case, I will just list out the business description, which is media and advertising. So once you're done, add business. So once you add the business, you can still come back and edit or delete as the case may be. But in this case, the information is correct, then I can just click on save and continue. So once I click on save and continue, it goes to the next page. Now, the next page is document upload. So now, it is trying to load the different requirements needed. So basically, it's asking me to upload 4 different documents. Number 1, means of identification. Number 2, signature of the recipient. Number 3, passport photograph of the person that is registering. And number 4, others. So if you have other documents you would love to upload, you can specify, like maybe depending on your kind of business, if you have other documents to upload. But now you have to follow the format carefully. The first thing is means of identification. It has to be in the PDF form. So now the next stage is to upload all your documents. So, and as you can see, means of identification, it should be in PDF format. Signature of the recipient should be in JPEG or PNG format. The passport photograph should be in PNG or JPEG format, while other documents should be in PDF. To convert your means of identification from, say, JPEG is the picture format, JPEG or PNG is the picture format. To convert it to PDF, you can do that online by just typing convert JPG to PDF. So once you can just click on any of these, they're all free. You can then select file, so it automatically converts this. You want to first upload your means of identification. I can rename this as passports. They can upload. So you wait for it to upload. As you can see, it's 100%. So you can still check out you can preview it here, preview it, and you can delete it. So signature of the person, so that should be in PDF. The passport photograph of the person, it should be in JPEG format. So once you've uploaded, and others are optional, so you can just say my information is correct, then we can proceed to payment. As you can see, please know that you will not be allowed to make modifications after payment. So you have to ensure that your information is 100% complete before, or 100% correct before you proceed to this stage. So once everything is set, you can then say pay with remitter. So right now I'll be pausing this part. So as you can see, payments made. Now I can download the receipts. So like I said, I love downloading every of those stuff. So then I can go back to the dashboard. So again, it is currently under pending approval. So right now the first step was to reserve the name. So after reservation, we started the registration, and as you can see, it's currently under pending approval. So we are going to wait for a period of 24 hours to 48 hours for this to be approved. So if it is approved, it comes under registered, and if it is not approved, it comes under queried. Now, for so many reasons, they could query your application. So some of the reasons why they query your application could include probably you didn't submit the right documentation, you didn't do something right in the process. So once they query it, you can come back to query, make the necessary edits, then it goes under pending approval again. Then after a while, if it is approved, it goes under registered. So now that is the way to register a business with the CAC. And I hope this is helpful. If you find this very helpful, feel free to click on the subscribe button, click on the notifications icon, so that every time I make a new post like this, you don't miss it. And also, you can get to share it with other people, so that people that are planning to register their businesses in 2022 and beyond, they can get to register their businesses online. And I see you next time. Hello guys, so welcome back. So still on the CAC business application page. So if for any reason you get like a query means there's an error in your application, so which means you have to fix that. So once you have a query, the first thing you want to do is once you log in, it will be showing under this part of queried. So once you click on the query, it will give you the reason why your application is being queried, or the reason why your application has been denied at this point. But that doesn't mean all hope is lost. So once you see query, all you just have to do is click on the query, and it will give you the reason why it has been queried. Then I submitted, so automatically my business is now registered. So as you can see, registered. So if I click on registered, and this is as you can see, the business name was created on December 7th. It was approved on December 24th, which is today, which is the day before Christmas. So which means Christmas came early for me. So and basically you can download the certificate here. And the good thing now is this: you don't have to go to the office to get a certificate. The certificate can be downloaded online. So all you just have to do is download your certificate, you print it, and your business is live. That's just how, like, it is that simple. So now basically this whole process took me about roughly about 15 days from the date of submission of the name search. You have to ensure that all your information is correct if you want your application to be done in time. So now let's check out, after downloading it, now let me view the certificate.